I meet the family, lovely family, that's been struggling with their health, a whole variety of health issues. And I said, guys, what would you typically eat? Right? So the father says to the family, hey guys, just the usual tonight? He said, yeah, Dad, just the usual, please. He says, come on, Doc, come with me. So I go, sit in the car, right? We drive 15 minutes out of town to go to a McDonald's drive-thru. On the way there, the guy says to me, he says, Doc, you know what? I know this stuff isn't good for us, and it's really, really embarrassing for me to actually be taking you here, but this is what we do. Right? And I don't think I quite got it back then, but I've reflected on this a lot since then, which is these guys knew that these weren't healthy choices. He knew that. But it was only when this third party comes in, someone who's got no emotional attachment to this family, he starts to feel really guilty, and he feels he has to apologize to me for the choices he's making, which first of all, he doesn't need to apologize. But I found that really interesting. What's going on there? Why do people make choices that, are not serving them, right?
Why do you think they do it, for real?
Because I think those choices, on some level nourish them. If they're lacking something in some aspects of their life, they're feeding their reward pathways. So many people will eat to make themselves feel better. If they had a stressful day at work or they're feeling a bit low, food is a comfort for them. Food helps them feel better about themselves, albeit for a short period of time. We all know that feeling. If we have a sugary treat, we can feel good.
Yeah.
So we know intuitively that food can change our mood, right? There's a lot of science now behind all of that. But I think it's because on a deep emotional level, maybe when they were a kid, they were conditioned that you're not feeling so good, you're feeling, well, should we have some nice sweet treats? And this particular family, for example, again, the dad would say that I buy this stuff because it makes my wife happy. She really likes it. So in some way, he felt that he was doing a really nice thing for his wife. His wife really enjoyed that sort of food. So he felt, as a loving husband, I'm going to give it to her. Right. So I feel on some level, he felt that was him helping, his part of being a good husband. But I tell you with that particular family, that as we went to McDonald's and he ordered the food, and what was incredible for me is that he ordered, it was £48. That figure is locked into my head. So that's about $65, $70 maybe, something like that, just for one meal for a family of four. But then we got back to the house with the food, right? And check this. We got there, and in the kitchen, they've got trays, right? So they've got McDonald's trays in their kitchen. So they dish up onto the trays and they serve them. So this is what happened then. The son is sitting at the dining table, eating by himself, while sort of scrolling his phone at the same time. Okay. The mum, I think, was watching television. Okay. And she was watching television. I think the daughter might have been on her phone at a different part of the living room, and I can't remember where the dad was. The point is that they're a family of four. The food is all ready at the same time, yet they weren't eating together. Okay. They were mindlessly eating whilst also doing their emails, sending text messages, doing their social media updates, whatever. And so the intervention I made with them, and I made it with lots of those families, is to have one meal a day with someone else, if possible, sitting around a table. And I'm telling you, Tom, that was transformative. That whole social connection piece, and one of the recommendations I make in the Relax pillar is that eat round a dinner table for at least one meal a day with someone else if you can. You eat less when you do that, right? Why? Because you're not mindlessly eating. We can easily overeat when we're doing something else. There are studies showing that if you eat whilst watching television, you eat much more, right? We know the feeling. I know when I used to watch a lot of sports games on TV with my buddies, and there'd be like a bowl of crisps there or tortilla chips. How many of those things can you do whilst you're watching the game?